Welcome to the Art of Braids. I'm your host, Karyne Ti, and I want to talk so much more on the topic of practicing your technique. The whole thing about practicing makes perfect. Yeah, you might not get perfect, but you'll definitely surely get really close to it. When you are practicing your technique, there's things about you that you have not yet tapped in on, right? So when you first things, you have to master the basics. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to create? If it's about parting, it's about art, like what is the thing? Understand that first and then dive in. If you can visualize exactly what you're trying to create, you'll be able to figure out what to do with your hands. The next is tension, hand, when you're dealing with hair or even if it's art, right? My medium is hair. So depending on how closely my hands are compared to how loose I hold my hands while I'm on the hair, depend will create a different type of braid. And so if I want something that is loose and flowy and everything like that, then I will hold the braid a little bit looser. And the pattern will actually be much larger than it is if I were to hold my hands closer. If I hold my hands closer and make short and small turns with the hair, I'll have a tighter, more firm braid. And so you just need to know what kind of look you're trying to go for. If you want to go with that bohemian look, then the looser the better. If you're trying to get that polished, straight, accurate, neat look, then keep your hands closer together. Also, just reminder of when you're braiding, make sure you're using these fingers and not your middle finger. That can play a big part. I can't tell you how many of my clients or people that I've taught where they're using the middle fingers to braid and they're wondering why their braid is so loose because it's not a comfortable thing to do. When you're braiding with your middle finger, it's not something that people go to. When you pick up an item, you use these two fingers to pick it up. You don't use the middle finger to pick up anything. So when you're trying to braid and you use your middle finger to braid, it becomes a little abnormal and unnatural. So you want to do the two fingers, which is your pointer and your thumb. Once you adjust that and get used to that, that's basically you'll see what I'm talking about. Another thing is how to train yourself for speed and precision. It is very important in our industry that braiders work with speed, but precision as well. And so over time, practice helps you do that. Try using a mannequin or a family friend or a friend or a family member and just work on their hair. Try to see, time yourself, use clockers, use your phone, put yourself on timer. How quickly am I able to do this braid? If you're adding art, if you're creating art with the hair, time yourself. How long does it take me to create this piece? And over time, you'll start to see, hey, the more you learn and you get more into your technique, the quicker your creations will be. And so, again, I'm your host, Karyne Ti, and here's another episode on the Art of Braids. Please tune in for next week where we will be sitting with Angela Pennyfeather of Brooklyn Natural Hair Fest. Thank you.